Hello Capricorn, welcome to your weekly reading with me, Cindy. We are going to do kind of a combo of two ideas here. So this week is supposed to be our ancestral guides coming through. So we're going to do that. We're going to ask ancestral guides for you to come through. But they're going to talk about a blind spot for you. So I haven't done a blind spot reading in a little while. And I thought it would be good. It's time to do one of those. So we're going to ask your ancestral guides to come forward. I'm going to start with my energy oracle deck. I'm going to look at what is it that's coming towards you, why is the universe bringing this, and what you can expect from this. And all coming through asking ancestors to come forward and give messages to you. So I'm assuming that these ancestors are involved with guiding you through whatever these scenarios or cycles are that are going to come out. And I'll develop them more with my tarot deck. And there is an extension at the end of this. So there's, I'm getting all caught up in that. There's an extension at the end of this video. The link is at the top of the description if you're drawn to it. So let's get started. Capricorn. Capricornies. Capricorn. All right, my dears. Blind spot. Your ancestors coming forward at this time to talk about a blind spot for you. A blind spot for Capricorn. A blind spot for Capricorn? What's the blind spot? Capricorn. It's not quite as dark as it was the last video I did for you, is it? No, it's still not very good. No sun today at all. Oh, what's coming towards you is envy. Why the universe is bringing this to you? Goddess of the moon. And what can you expect from the cornucopia? Alright, so it's kind of like, wow, the world is at the bottom. A major cycle coming to completion, a major cycle starting. Full circle. I'm starting to hear like with that now, the world card, I'm hearing like full circle, but almost like the infinity symbol. Like the end, completing, the beginning, starting, all that energy. I'm going to pull out my tarot cards before I expand on this. There's an awful lot that I could say about envy if it's coming towards you. But how does it come towards you? It can come towards you in many different ways. It could be a situation or a circumstance where you feel envious towards someone regarding something. You could have an opportunity and envy surrounds you. People around you are envious of that opportunity. Someone who's been envious of you comes towards you. A lot of different ways. So let's expand on that. And the goddess of the moon is very intriguing. Ooh. The Knight of Wands. The Four of Swords. And the King of Swords. Oh, I already feel it. Everyone's reading mostly this week. It's been like, I don't know, it hasn't been too hard to decipher. I already feel like I need to put my little Sherlock Holmes cap on. Get ready for this ride with Capricorn. The bottom of the deck is the King of Pentacles, and that's the only thing. Everything else is in reverse after that. It's in reverse. Envy and the Knight of Wands. This envy with the Knight of Wands, I feel like this envy has a lot of desire towards you. It feels like this envy has a lot of desire towards you. What this is envious of, I'm not sure. I think part of it is they're envious of your spark, your dynamic, maybe your beauty. I like to see the Knight of Wands. I would picture the Knight of Wands as being a very free spirit, kind of having the freedom to do what they want, go after what they want. I need to clarify that. You guys are really having an interesting reading. So why the universe is bringing this towards you? Goddess of the Moon and the Four of Swords. I feel like you've gone into the unknown. You've kind of faced your fears and you've healed that. You've healed through that as well. So because you've healed, because you've gone into the unknown, because you've looked into the darker parameters of yourself and life, and healed in this process. Because of that, envy is coming towards you. What kind of ancestors you all got going on here? I don't know. I'm going to get as much as I can out of this little mystery. So what can you expect from this? Okay, what you can expect though is really good. It's cornucopia, and we have the King of Swords. The King of Swords though, right? Like what? Information, knowledge. Very cut and dry. I feel like this is a very professional energy. There's no emotion here. What the heck is going on with you guys? Oh yeah. This is gonna be it's funny. My little dog Lily has not been in the room, I don't think, all week. She came in for this one. She knew. So I know Mommy's gonna have a tough one. I need to come in with my sweet little fluffy energy. I'll dissipate that. Okay, we're gonna clarify. You know what? I'm going to go step by step here. This is not like, you know, typically I've been doing 3 cards for each little pile. Okay. Envy. I want to know all about this envy card that's coming towards Capricorn. All about the envy card. I know something flipped. Where did it go? Swords. Okay, the Knight of Wands. Tell me about this Knight of Wands that's associated with envy. Tell me about the Knight of Wands that's associated with envy. I do feel like somebody is envious of what you have or what you're building. Somebody is envious of what you have or what you're building. So you have the Page of Cups, the Ten of Pentacles, and the Knight of Swords for envy. I think, okay, I feel like somebody is envious of something that you're building or creating. And how fast you've done this. I also feel like this is coming in quick to you with the Knight of Swords. Whatever this is coming in really fast. The Knight of Swords and the Knight of Wands, right? Now the Knight of Wands is the Sun card, the Three of Pentacles, and the Wheel, like the Wheel of Fortune. There's a wish fulfillment here. Like something that you wish for. And it's interesting. Oh, what the heck? The sun is starting to shine behind this person with envy, and the sun is shining down on the Knight of Wands. Somebody likes what you're making. I gotta say that. Like, and the sun doesn't quite shine for them. The sun is behind this person's shoulder. I'm sorry, I find lately I've been like not looking at the camera much. I'm so focused on the cards. Maybe I should have like a camera in the table, right? Like you see my face. So the sun is not shining as brightly for this person. You're building something here. They want to, I feel like this person wants to build something with you. I don't really feel any like malice or bad intent though with this card. It's kind of like somebody maybe if you know 2 people were given the same sort of tools to work with or to create or ingredients to make something, and you've gone over here and you've made like this spectacular 3-tiered cake with, you know, buttercream icing. I don't know what, it always comes to food with me, I'm so sorry. But and they've kind of, you know, theirs hasn't kind of developed into that. I feel like they're coming over as if to want to know or like to share. I don't feel like this person is like, there's nothing sneaky here. There's no like 7 of Swords or 5 of Swords or the Devil or anything like that. It literally feels like the sun is kind of over this person's shoulder. They almost have the same ingredients that you have, but they're not quite getting the same result. But there's some sort of way that you can fulfill each other's wishes here. I could do that with the Knight of Wands, but it's kind of funny. So, because yeah, with the Sun and the Three of Pentacles, like working together, the Three of Pentacles. Can we put our ingredients together and you can show me how to make this? Can we turn this around a little bit? Because I'm not necessarily wanting to compete. I don't want to compete with you. I want to work with you really well. Like, that's what that feels like. That's exactly what that feels like. I can take my Sherlock Holmes hat off now for now. Yeah, like, and to turn this around with the Wheel of Fortune card, to turn this cycle around, maybe it feels like competing energies and it really shouldn't. It's like, well, we both want to make the same thing here. We both have the capacity to make each other's dreams come true. And there's something I'm missing here. Can you help me with it? It feels like that. That's kind of nice, actually. It's not so bad. See? Okay, so why is the universe bringing this to you? Okay, so maybe the universe is bringing this to you. Now, this Envy card showed up earlier in the week as it was in Virgo's reading. And I'm not saying that because you must be involved with a Virgo. I don't read like that. I'm saying that because I think as a reader, though, Spirit knows that I'm going to interpret a message based on how I view the card, whether it's an oracle or a tarot card. And that's part of reading tarot, particularly, is you know what the basis of the cards mean. Like, you can look in the book and tell you, but the most important thing that any book will tell you about reading tarot is what's your interpretation of this card. So right now, I have this interpretation of this card, this Envy card, as an energies that can come towards you based on the Virgo reading, because you have like a cornucopia going on, or you're bringing in cornucopia, you have abundance, you have wish fulfillment, and you will draw in energies that need to shift. They need to go into, they're wanting as well to shift. Now, some of these energies are drawn to you because they need to shift, but they don't accept that or feel that. Sometimes they want to try to take you down. I don't feel like that with this at all. I feel like this is one of those energies that's coming in because there's something here that you have and they want to know how to get there. I want to know how I can use these same ingredients to do what you've made here, because I would like that for myself. But I feel like, though, with the Sun and the Three of Pentacles, that there's something here that you can both gain from each other. So why this is, I'm getting around to why the universe is bringing this to you with the Goddess of the Moon and the Four of Swords, is you have gone into the unknown. You've navigated that. You've pushed through your fears, and in doing that, you've healed. You've taken the time to heal. You've taken the time to rest and recover, to soften the mind. So perhaps this person, maybe that's the missing ingredient here, because we do have the Knight of Swords. So there is some sort of like almost like urgency or anxiety, perhaps, but yet you're kind of healing that. So I do feel like it is something to offer someone. They're looking for something from you, but they're not looking for something from you without saying, I think I can give something back, like with the Three of Pentacles. Okay, so let's, the Goddess of the Moon. The Goddess of the Moon. There's something else here too. I was sure something flipped. It's so weird. Oh, yeah, it did. See? Boop. Boop. Are you going to do boop too, Lily? So, Okay, Goddess of the Moon has the Knight of Pentacles, the Six of Cups, the Hierophant, and the Ace of Cups. Slowly, methodically healing, healing like soulmate connections here. Healing through a deeper understanding beyond yourself with the Hierophant, and creating like new beginnings, but new beginnings based on love and happiness. Knowing that there's no, how is this? I feel like knowing that there is no quick or easy solution to claiming cornucopia. Knowing that there is no quick or easy way to get in here. And like with the goddess of the moon is using your intuition, allowing the universe to guide you, but also because it's the moon, and you know, she's grabbing onto it. So she's grabbing onto it. So she's a little bit willing to kind of go into the unknown. Like, I really don't know where this is going. I'm just going to have some faith that, you know, the universe isn't just based on chaos and confusion, that there's something here and that I'm part of that. So it's a little bit scary, yes, but there's things that I need to look at. There's things that I need to discover to move forward beyond where I am, right? And that's not and you can kind of look at that and think about people that say they're on, oh, my throat got so itchy. You know, sometimes I feel like, I've never been happy with labels. And I talked about that in your last reading with the twin flames, right? I've never been, because I feel like as soon as we put labels on things, we put expectations and we build containment around it. And this is what it is, and this is how it is. And so, you know, when people talk about being on a spiritual journey, I always like to say it's your life. Your life is a spiritual journey. It's what you're doing right now. Your spiritual journey could be emptying the dishwasher. It could be taking the dog for a walk. It could be doing a tarot reading, like on YouTube. Like, there's so many ways your spiritual journey comes through. Where was I going with this? I feel like an old lady sometimes. I know there was a point to this story, guys. So, yeah, there's no easy way to get there, because sometimes people say their spiritual journey is, I'm going to go to this weekend, and I'm going to meditate, and I'm going to listen to this speaker, and I'm going to buy this book, and I'm going to do this, and I'm all good now. We're really, like, a spiritual journey is like spending time on your own. It's really looking at who you are and not being afraid to do that. And even if there's moments of fear or there's moments of anxiety or feeling like, you know, maybe I'm the only person in the world that will ever relate to me, is somehow coming to peace with that. I mean, that's not easy. So that's what I'm getting out of all of this with the goddess of the moon and healing it. There's no easy way to get here. You got to do the work. So yeah, like if two people have the same ingredients, but one person is not quite making what you are making, maybe it's because what they don't realize is you've worked with these ingredients a lot in the past, and you've baked a lot of pies and cakes in the past that came out really crappy, even crappier than the one they just made. And it was their first time doing it. So it's not like I have anything special going on, right? It's just, I have a little more experience with these ingredients, or for whatever reason, I'm just a little more comfortable with it. But you're turning kind of like lemons into lemonade. The Four of Swords. Look at that. The moon. The Four of Swords. Go. The Five of Pentacles. See, that's what I'm talking about. There's that isolation. The moon, the unknown, isolated. You know, maybe there's no one in this world that will ever get me. Maybe there's no one that I can really, truly, deeply connect with. And instead, like, that's the real journey to find yourself and to eventually probably find real, deep soulmate connections. Because there's people that don't want to do this. There are people that are too afraid to do this, and they end up clinging to relationships that are unhealthy, or they end up just bouncing into the next thing that they find, whether it's good for them or not. It's, you know, I kind of like to say that it's better to be lonely on your own than lonely with someone else, right? So it's kind of facing that too. Wow. And then you have the Seven of Wands and the Chariot. So look at this healing, guys, that you're doing. This is why the universe is bringing this to you. You can help people with whatever shit you've been through. So the Moon, the Five of Pentacles, the Seven of Wands, and the Chariot. This is the healing. This is embracing the unknown, embracing the fears, possibly feeling left out, possibly feeling like you don't belong. But really, it's a temporary. The fives are temporary. Probably don't stress that enough with something like the Five of Pentacles. It's temporary. It's fives always, they signify in the energy of the tarot something that needs to change, right? So, but you're looking into that, you're doing that. And then you become defensive with the Seven of Wands. And that defense is probably there because with the Five of Pentacles and the fear, you're starting to know your worth too. That's one of the things that you will start to create and really start to understand about yourself is your true worth. Because you're the only one that got you through this. You're the only one that saw yourself through this. So there could be a little bit of defensiveness in terms of, well, I know my worth, and if you're not coming towards me with your own value, then, you know, right? Because you know your value, you also want people to come towards you knowing their value. So you push through that, and that can also be a period of kind of being like this, not necessarily manifesting, because it's doing more like this, the Seven of Wands, than opening up to what the universe has to offer you, right? You're still not truly confident in some way with who you know yourself to be and what your boundaries are, so you're protecting that until you open up and you know, it's okay, I'm just going to bring to me what's really for me, and if it's not, it's pretty easy to walk away from that. And that's where the Chariot comes in, where then you have the movement. This is really a Sherlock Holmes reading, or an Angela Lansbury, or Columbo. Nancy Drew. Okay, so this is what you can expect. Let's get right into what you can expect here. You have Cornucopia and the King of Swords. Cornucopia, you're going to have to balance this. The Two of Pentacles. Cornucopia, what Capricorn can you expect from this? Ooh. Okay, the King of Swords. The King of Swords. The King of Swords for Capricorn. What they can expect from this. The King of Swords. I knew that was going to come out. And I didn't know that was going to come out. But I knew that was. Alright, give me a second because they're talking together here. Okay, so for Cornucopia, we have the Two of Pentacles, the Five of Swords, and the Eight of Cups. This is what you can expect from this. I feel a little bit like it's a life lesson here, though. The Two of Pentacles is balancing different aspects of life, right? Like, who amongst all of us really has the ability to go up into a mountain and pull away from everything and everyone and really do a true hermit? I mean, there are some people that can do that, and most of them are not. They don't have, you know, jobs that they have to go to 5, 6, 7 days a week, whatever that is. They don't have maybe elderly parents that they need to check in on, or they don't have kids or friends, or like, you know, it's not easy. So there is some sort of balance that needs to take place here, and you've been doing that though. Now with the Five of Swords and the Eight of Cups, there's a lot of pulling away from like everything. Pulling away intellectually, almost physically with the Five of Swords too. And then the Eight of Pentacles is completely pulling away emotionally from as much as you can here to get to Cornucopia. I'm also feeling like there will be moments where you will have to balance what you pull away from and what you are investing in to continue to bring in this Cornucopia type energy, which is abundance, which is your wish fulfillment. I do feel like the Cornucopia has come out quite a bit this week, and I'm getting often the same message where it doesn't all come in at once. Like, it starts coming in at bits and pieces, and before you know it, a year or 2 years has gone by, and you look at your life now as it was 2 years ago, and you're like, wow, I wouldn't have imagined where I am now and what I have now, what I've accomplished, and how I feel about my life. But it kind of starts to come in. So it is about keeping the balance here between what you end and how you end it too. what you end and how you end it. Now, so the King of Swords is coming in with this cornucopia. You have the Justice card, the Queen of Cups, and the Two of Cups. I just knew this Queen of Cups was coming out. I already could hear the message, like that there's some sort of switch here. Because I'm not really sure how you get cornucopia with the King of Swords, to be honest. Because cornucopia is not just like a financial abundance or an intellectual abundance or mental happiness or emotions. Well, mental, yeah, but see, there's also emotional happiness with cornucopia. And I don't know that you necessarily have that with the King of Swords, because emotional happiness is also emotional maturity, and there's expression of emotions and feelings here. So I had a feeling that there was going to be some sort of switch with this King of Swords, and there it is. I mean, the Justice card coming in to actually bring in some sort of balance here, where there's absolutely no feelings, no emotions at all expressed, to a lot. Like the Queen of Cups with the Two of Cups, this is, I mean, it's whatever you give in, you're getting right back. That's something important to remember. Whatever you're getting, whatever you're giving, you're getting right back. I'm trying to remember that the reading last week, your 2021, because it was like a twin flame. Interesting. It's interesting that it might even tie into that somehow, like you're part of that journey. I don't want to do that and say, oh, because there's so many different elements of your life you need guidance on. It's not always going to just be about that. But definitely, like, your cornucopia involves love, feelings, emotions, a Two of Cups energy, and recognizing when and what to pull away from or not pull away from, or to invest in and not invest in at any given time in your life, like to keep that balance. So here, we have the King of Pentacles at the bottom. There you are. There's your typical energy. Can you tell us about the King of Pentacles at the bottom? Why is the King of Pentacles at the bottom? Five of Cups. Things have not worked out as you planned, but things are going to get better. So the Five of Cups, the Four of Wands, and the Ace of Pentacles. I see new beginnings definitely for you. Definitely where things have been disappointing, changing to celebration. Disappointment turning into celebration and brand new real beginnings. The World. I'm going to clarify that. The World card. Oh, I like that, because the dude is standing on a dock. The dude is standing on a dock. And look at this person is out in the boat. So look at that, like ending a cycle of being on the shore. You can look at that too, because the Three of Wands is kind of like standing on the shore expecting your ships to come in. Where this person is taking more control and they are the ship coming in. They get into the boat and they go to become the ship coming in. I like that. Is there anything else to go with that? Because that's pretty cool. Page of Wands and the Four of Swords. It's healing. It's healing. It's continuing to be healing. I like it. That's pretty cool. There you go. Ta-da. That, I'm glad the world has clarifiers, because I'm not sure I would have been able to pull in that kind of information without the clarifiers, but it's pretty interesting there for you. Okay, well, see, this is bad. This is what I'm doing this week. I usually kind of move stuff around after I turn the video off and get ready to do the extended, but I'm doing that now. I don't know why I'm doing that. So that's it. That's what I got for you guys. I'm going to go do the extended and finish moving this, and you don't have to watch me do that. Okay, thank you so much, Capricorn. Until next time, do be gentle with yourselves. Bye.